Welcome to this training video. This is a training video on the topics of search engine optimization and Google Webmaster tools. I'll just show you basic concepts on search engine optimization and how to use Google Webmaster tools for search engine optimization and how they can bring results for your website or for your clients. So as I just told, the topics will be basic search engine optimization techniques and some search engine optimization related resources and some introduction to Google Webmaster tools, resources to understand search engine optimization, how to use Google Webmaster tools for search engine optimization, and I will demonstrate the search engine optimization concept and the Google Webmaster tools related concepts through a practical example. I will use www.SaLearningSchool.com for the demonstration purpose. So, what are search engine optimization resources? I think some resources I will just point out some resources. So, if you go to https://learningschool.com and if you search for search engine optimization, you will get some resources on search engine optimization. These fundamentally we ourselves wrote, and it may be summarized information from different sources, books, internet, practical experience. So the resource is limited here. However, they can generate results for you, especially if you are in the very beginning or intermediate level. By following these instructions and guidelines, you can get results. So at this moment, these are the only resources that I'll point to. So this is just shown here. So search engine optimization topics, I think I will discuss one of the articles as I just showed. The title is Some Basic Search Engine Optimization Principles. Actually, these principles are recommended by Google itself, and they have some guidelines on search engine optimization, and these topics are taken from there. And more importantly, we have used these strategies for the website www.SaLearningSchool.com, and they have generated some good results for us within a very short period of time. So what are these rules? First of all, for your website, you have to provide titles for each of the pages, and you have to provide different titles for different pages. It should not be the case that you are using the same title for each of your web pages. And you have to make your keywords in the title. Sorry, you have to make your titles keyword rich. You have to use meaningful keywords, and for the keywords you are trying to bring visitors to your web page. However, you need to make sure that the titles and the keywords in the titles accurately reflect the content of the web page and in general the content of the website. Use description meta tag, use meta tags and use description meta tags or content meta tags and keywords meta tags. And you can provide different descriptions for each of the pages, and that has to be related to that particular page. Accurately describe that page in your meta tag. Remember, not all search engines provide emphasis on the meta tag. Some websites, some search engines do, others don't. And just a little while back, I showed you some resources on search engine optimization on SaLearningSchool.com. Somewhere in those articles, I mentioned that which search engines keep priority on them and which don't, and which provide more emphasis on that, which don't. I don't remember exactly, but it looks like Google may not provide the most important, maybe Yahoo or MSN, they may provide more importance on meta tag than Google does. So just please go through those articles and make your URL meaningful to the visitors. It should not be some just numbers or some encrypted codes. Use some meaningful words so that by taking a look at the URL, user can understand what can be the possible content in that particular web page. You can use words in the URLs. Try to use an organized and meaningful directory structure for your site. You can use meaningful words for your directory structure, and try to make the hierarchy of the directory in such a way so that it's a natural hierarchy of those contents of those directories. And users should be able to guess from the name of the directory where they are going to, and also what can be the possible outcome on the pages. And they also should be able to understand where they are exactly on your website by seeing at those directory structure. And provide only one URL for a particular web page. You may have created subdomains or add-on domains, but still you have the links here and there on the website, on the internet, that people reach to your website from search engine using different URLs. This is not a good thing. Google may try to just list one of those URLs randomly, but that may not be the preferred URL by you. So make sure that you define a way so that people see that particular web page only through a particular URL. So Google has tools in Google Webmaster Tools to define this. You can use some 301 redirect so that people from Google search engine come to your that particular web page through only one URL. Try to provide easier navigation to your site. For example, if you just remove a part of the URL, still the URL works and it's relevant to the name of the URL and the corresponding page. Makes sense. Use text primarily for navigation and anchor tag. And if we use images for navigation, please use alt attribute. You can provide different types of URLs, different types of sitemaps on the same web page. You can provide XML sitemap, HTML sitemap, video sitemap, or something similar. I think if you provide image sitemap, that may be used by the Google image searches, so you can get higher positions in those search engines, image search engines. Whenever you have the 404 pages, no document found web pages, you can provide some meaningful content there. Also link to some meaningful web pages so that the crawlers, search engine crawlers, do not stop and they have somewhere to go. Also the users has somewhere to go. And this is very important. You have to provide useful information and useful services so that the search engines can think that the website is somewhat important and is doing good to other people and is relevant to some some of the interested topics or people are looking for. And you have to update your content regularly and provide useful contents and useful subjects, useful or unique services. If you don't update your content regularly, search engines may drop your web pages from the search result, and it may vary from search engine to search engine. Some search engine may provide more importance on the frequency of content update. I don't remember exactly, but it may be the case Amazon and Yahoo may provide more emphasis on this than Google, but Google also provides importance on this for sure. And provide contents for users, not for search engines. If you provide useful contents for users, eventually you will get higher ranking in search engines. I think there are some bad practices in search engines that people try to provide one content to the search engine crawlers and another content to the users. This may work in a short time, but it will not work in the long term. So it's better that you provide the same content to the users and to the search engines. And for anchor text, you can use meaningful content and descriptive content. And for images, also for the file names, use the descriptive image names. Also for the in general web pages, you have to use descriptive and meaningful words in the names, and provide image sitemap as I have told before. And you can also make good use of the heading tags. You can use CSS style sheets for better presentation, not the default heading tags, but you can use this heading tags h1, h2, h3, top, h6 to provide a good content structure of the web page and hierarchy of the contents. I think search engines put emphasis on this and they use this h1 tag related text or h tag related text as they are defining the structure or content of that particular web page. So this is very important. And you can use robots.txt file. It is just a file you can put at the root of your website. You can mention or guide the search engine which parts to crawl, which part not to crawl, and who are allowed, who are not allowed. Usually the reputed and good search engines will follow your guidelines, but the bad ones may not follow your guidelines. But we are focusing primarily on Google, Yahoo, and MSN. So providing robots.txt and defining the rules is a good practice. And if you want to hide some parts of your website from the search engines, using robots.txt will be a good idea. And in this age of mobile, if you want to provide mobile content to your mobile users, so be sure that you are providing the similar or same content to both the desktop and mobile users. Let's say if a user come to your site, depending on the device, you will redirected them to the desktop site or to the mobile site. You have to provide the same content to both of these users. Otherwise, the search engines may consider them to be spammy. I don't remember the exact name, but traffic exchanges, or there are some ways. I think Black Hat search engine optimization, they use this type of stuff. Even for desktop sites, they provide different contents to search engines and users. These are not good ideas. You can restructure your content so that it appears to be in a good way in mobile devices, but the content has to be based exactly same. If you promote your site for backlinking, you should use ethical services and always try to link from ethical or good websites, not from the bad ones. Do not bring it will not be good if the bad websites content or malware websites or hacking websites link to websites. It will not be something great. And submit your website to different search engines like Google, Yahoo, MSN. There are many others, paid, unpaid. You can submit your sites to those search engines. And you can also make use of Google Webmaster tools and whatever suggestion you get from there, make best use of those. And if you utilize all these concepts, the simple concepts and the basic concepts, you will get a boost in your site traffic from search engines. Let's say if you have no search engine traffic, just maintaining this will bring some good search engine traffic, provided that your site is also something useful. Okay, I think in the previous slide I talked about sitemaps, that you have to submit sitemaps to search engines. You have to create sitemaps and provide sitemaps on your web pages. But how to create a sitemap and what is a sitemap? A sitemap actually contains all the URLs of your website. Actually, not all the URLs, but it defines a structure of your website. You can list all the different sections of your website on sitemap, and you can um, give this sitemap on each FD web page, and also you can submit this sitemap on the different search engines so that those search engine crawlers can crawl your website to get an overall understanding and can index your site in a better way and drive traffic to your website. So what is, I think this is the website where you can go and provide your URL and create search engine. And let's see. Okay, this is where I'm providing some basic understanding of sitemaps, and I also mentioned the Excel sitemaps.com where you can create the sitemaps, and there are different types of sitemaps that you can provide in your website, and also you can submit all these types of sitemaps in Google Webmaster Tools or other Webmaster tools. Actually, you don't need to provide all these types of maybe from XML and HTML sitemap. You can just provide one version of it, and you can definitely provide image sitemap, video sitemap in addition to XML or HTML sitemap. If you have a news section, you can submit it separately. So this is the same article. Now, how can you use Google Webmaster Tools to provide all the services? I think before that, probably I can show you something. I think this is, it shows how many URLs I have submitted through sitemaps to Google Webmaster Tools, how many got indexed. I believe it was showing way more. If something got changed, I'm not sure for which date this is statistics is for. I have clicked maybe some previous from some previous date, or maybe something happened in the meantime. I didn't keep track, but in general, you really should keep track what is going on using the Google Webmaster Tools. I think this is a screenshot from Google Webmaster Tools. You should keep track every day and what is changing and why these are changing and how you can improve. I think these are the some sitemaps that we submitted. Some video category link sitemap, some article link sitemap, some training video sitemap, some category sitemap. So what I mean is, for all these short notes and articles, there is a sitemap that was submitted to Google Webmaster Tools. For all these training videos, there was another sitemap that was submitted to Google. And all these left menu items, those are submitted as a category items in Google. This section, this is not yet submitted to Google as a sitemap or individual URLs. So now come to the topics of Google Webmaster Tools, how it can help for the search engine optimization purpose. Okay, I think these are some configuration stuff in the beginning. Maybe you can define what are the default parameters your pages or URLs have, and do they affect the content or not. You can define users who can access the webmaster tools or not, and some associates. Okay, I think this is not my primary focus. My primary focus will be the field section, traffic section, and optimization section, because they will help you to understand how your search engine optimization is working, where you can improve, and what are the issues related to your website, and what are the issues related to your search engine optimization techniques. So on the health section, I think if you log into Google Webmaster Tools, you will see this menu in the left side. So what are these for? Crawler errors. When Google crawls your website, what are the errors they found? Which URLs they did not find? And is your website online or offline? All those types of errors will be shown under these. Crawl statistics. How frequently Google crawled your website? Was there any errors? Or how many times a day, how many pages were crawled, what is the speed, how much data is downloaded or accessed for the crawling. But how does it help in search engine optimization? If you can see, if your website is this crawling is affecting the performance of your website, it is becoming slow, then you can turn off or distribute it somehow. Maybe some search engines provide importance on how fast your website is, so these statistics can help you to understand and better optimize your websites for search engine optimizations. Using blocked URL section, you can block particular URLs or particular sections of your website so that they don't appear on your the search engines and Google crawlers don't crawl them. We just want to make them hidden from the search engine results. Fetch as Google, you can fetch different URLs or web pages of your website to see how Google sees it. Index status, you have submitted individual URLs or sitemaps of your site to Google Webmaster Tools. Now, do they get indexed or not, and is there any issues in indexing or not, and how many got indexed? So it will help you define your next strategies. Also, better organize malware section. It will show if your website got affected by different malware, virus, or some compromised web pages or not, or any all those different injections, cross-site scripting, or all those things happened or not. So if it happens, you'll show a notice. And one thing you'll note that if your website is coming on the search engines, if it will be shown on the somewhere that this is an this website may not be safe. So people still, if your website comes in the search results, but you will not get any traffic because people will see this is a possible infected sites, and then that it can harm them. So by seeing at this section, you can see which parts are affected, and Google will also give you guidelines how to remove this malware and what to do next, so that Google thinks it's clean and the search result is also clean. It doesn't show that warning message to the visitors. In the traffic section, you will see what are the queries or keywords people are using, where your website is coming up as in the search result. And also you can see if people are clicking on how many click you got and which keywords people are searching, and also the position in the search engines of your websites and which websites are linking to your website. In this section you can see this, and also the internal links, internal structure of your website. You can linking structure, you can see it here, and you can try to improve it, and you can see that if something is unnecessary or mistakenly there, you can analyze this and improve. Optimization, sitemaps, you can get another understanding how sitemaps are working, errors or index, and plan on creating more sitemaps. Remove URLs. If you want to remove some URLs from Google search engines of your website, then you can use this section, HTML improvements. In this section, you will see if Google thinks that you need to improve some areas of your website so that it brings you more result in search engines, and it improves your result or visibility in search engines. Content keywords. Okay, to see it may be just providing the how Google sees, or what are the keywords Google sees in a website. I'll come back to that later. I'm not touching on this right now. Okay, I already showed you this is the sitemaps we have submitted. And this is some the initial screen when you log into Google Webmaster Tools. You will see the screen like this. You can see it is showing the possible outages. So you can see and try to go and make your website alive. And you can see that all the traffic or optimization health stuff are not here. Those will come actually if you click on the actual link. You can also see the sitemap section. If you click on this, actually here you can add many of your website, and you can, by clicking on the website URL, you can manage them individually. And when you add a website, you have to verify that you own this website. You can do by changing meta tags or by uploading a file to your website. So these are all the messages. So it's just the crawl errors. I think in the left menu, I think in the health section, these are the crawl errors. There is no error. Robot.txt and 900 impressions and 35 clicks. I'm not sure the duration and how many URLs are submitted, how many got indexed, how many URLs not found. Just crawling errors. URL errors, 150 errors, and it is just showing when the error increased. And the crawl error, okay. So these are the URL errors. So you can check all the broken links. You can fix them. It may be the server was down, or it may be the URL does not work. You have to update it. And one of the reasons you have to fix these issues, because if search engine comes and they find broken links one after another, they may stop crawling your website. Next time they will come to crawl your website, it may take time. And if Google does not know that you have fixed on those errors, it may not come. It's a better idea to get an understanding of which URLs are broken, and if you fix them, it will definitely improve your search engine visibility. Crawling status, how many pages crawled by day, how many kilobytes downloaded per day, time is spent downloading a page. So you have to use this site if they're taking too long or creating a performance bottleneck for your website. So you have to plan your strategy so that it does not affect your search engine visibility. Some websites some search engines place importance on the speed of your website, and based on this, they may or may not show your website on the search result. Blocked URL, you can block particular areas of your website so that they don't appear on the search engine results. They are using robots.txt. You need to also understand the syntax of robots.txt, and using that file, you can edit it manually, or you can come to Google Webmaster Tools and edit it here as well. And these are just showing how and how many indexed, and when and how many indexed. You can see that 1344 are indexed. I think previously it was showing 282. It may be at different points of time, or maybe something happened. Maybe it was initially many, then some reason it was dropped, or maybe it increased. So you have to keep track what is happening, which are dropped, which are indexed more. So you can plan on this. Okay, malware section. No malware for SaLearningSchool.com, but if there is a malware, you will see some warning, which pages, possible causes and possible types of malware, what to do to remove them, and after removing, how to submit the same web page to